Cameroon, to me, it's about the food, the people, the environment, the smell of Africa, the smell of Cameroon, the smell of home. That's why I'm in Brussels today in this African market. I just want to buy my food stuff for my house, but I want it fresh, cheap, and above all, I want to feel Africa. You can see the market. It's just like my market back home, just that it's a closed space, not open space. That's my shopping basket. I got a couple of things for myself that will just quench my appetite for that beautiful, flavorful Cameroonian food. Yeah, that's everything I got for myself for today, and I'm going to be getting some things in the other shop. Here are the women along the roadside selling their plums, and there's nothing like buying for these women, bargaining, enjoying it. It gives me that feeling of home. I feel right now like I'm in Cameroon in the market, and these women are selling to me, and above all, they give me dash. And I'm just so happy. You can feel that from the video, you can see that on my face. I just feel like a baby at this point, and it reminds me of the country I love, Cameroon. Yeah, I miss it, and we'll soon be there to visit once more. That's it. Watch the video and know why I miss Cameroon so much.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is SEDDY. I film about fake food and lifestyle. If you're new here, you're welcome. And for my old subscribers, thank you guys for coming back and for watching my videos. I'm so grateful. Like you already know from the title of this video, I'm Cameroonian and I live in Belgium. I want to tell you guys the things I miss about Cameroon. This is a collab video. I'm doing it with other Cameroonian YouTubers. So you're going to see their channel names and the links to their channel in the description box. And hopefully I'm going to put the names of their channels up just by the side as the video goes on. Also, as you can see, I'm rocking my Cameroonian African regalia, and this regalia is specifically for Cameroon. I borrowed it, yes, I borrowed it from my husband's closet. I asked the closet and the closet said you can take it, and so I took it just for you guys. And in it I found something. I found bitter kola. Bitter kola is an African nut. It is known to be an aphrodisiac. I don't know how true that is, but I know you can use it for other things like cough and all that. I found it in his pocket. I don't know what he's doing there, so I'll just keep it back. Don't borrow people's things and you go and you're digging. So let's jump right into the video. The first thing I miss about Cameroon is hospitality and family. Back home I have friends and family. Right from the day I came here, it's been a while, more than 5 years, and I still have that urge to go back home. I talk to my family back home a lot. I miss them so much. I want them to visit, but I still don't get enough of that family love because sometimes the visit is so short and things like that. They are very hospitable, so accommodating. They have that community oneness. With the family back home, you can do a lot of spontaneous things. Like if I have to drop my kids and go somewhere, I will not need to make a lot of appointments and negotiations. I can do spontaneous things because as a mom, I can always change my program. And the fact that I cannot do this here, I always have to make an appointment to where I'll drop the kids before I dash out. It makes me miss back home a lot, thinking of the fact that I have family back home and I cannot do those things. So it's so painful. Also, that community oneness, like everyone is responsible for everyone in one way or another. You get up in the morning, that quarter vibe, as we call it, that's our streets back home. We call it quarter, our communities back home. Like we have that oneness and sense of responsibility to each other. I just miss that a lot. The next thing I miss about Cameroon is the food. The food we have in Cameroon, hey, you guys will not just understand. Cameroonians have a lot of tribes, a lot of languages, and I'll tell you that most of those tribes don't eat the same food. So you have a variety of food, different flavors, different tastes, different textures. Some you're chewing, some you're swallowing, some pepperish. And To me, I'm more of a fast food kind of person. That's the roasted fish, pork, chicken, meat. Yeah, that's me with my plantain any day, anytime. The food is also very affordable. You can have a balanced meal in Cameroon with a very little budget. Thinking about all that, it makes me really feel bad, the fact that I cannot have that original food. And even when you have it here, we are able to buy the food. We have the food here, yeah, but there's just that vibe eating food back home. Like, it's really different. I don't know, the food tastes different back home. I miss Cameroonian food to the point where I have to show you guys something. This is a Supermont bottle. You can see that. If you're Cameroon, you know Supermont. You'll be wondering what's in this bottle. This is soya spice. If you're from Boya or you know Boya, when you're climbing up on my 17, there's this guy opposite the Texaco who sells soya. His spice is the bomb. It is so delicious. I ordered a bottle of his spice and I make my soya here just to calm the appetite, but I don't still get satisfied. I still miss that soya taste, that grilled taste back home. Getting things like pear, that's avocado, mango, it's so expensive. I really miss having those cheap fruits back home, the cheap plums. And sometimes I go to Brussels just to buy food and come back, just because I want to have that African vibe. I just want to feel like I'm in Africa and I enjoy it. The next thing I miss is the weather. There's nothing like when you're abroad, you'll be very fresh and things like that. To me, it doesn't exist. I don't know about other people, but to me, it's not real. Back home, I have summer all year round. We have rainy season and the dry season, but we have summer all year round. I can basically go out just with a cardigan or something to throw on me in case it gets cold. But I have summer all year round. I don't dress in a particular style for a particular season back home. I wear anything anytime, so I really miss that a lot. And secondly, we don't have that time where it gets very cold or very hot like we have it here. And sometimes the cold is that bad that it has to crack your skin, and sometimes the heat is also that bad that you cannot sleep. Even the hottest places in Cameroon I've been to, Douala, Limbe, the north, they were not that hot like this. At least I could sleep, but sometimes the heat here is that bad that you cannot sleep. So I miss home so much. The next thing I miss about my country is parties and the time factor. Like, going to a party in Cameroon, I don't think about too many things. The things I think about when I go to a party in Cameroon are enjoy myself, go back home. That is it. I'm here to have fun. I go back home. The next day will take care of yourself. But here, when I go to a party, it's a different atmosphere. It's a different thing altogether. First, when I go to a party, I mind what I drink and I mind the way I enjoy myself. I don't want to over enjoy myself and get very tired to go to work the next day. I cannot even enjoy myself freely because probably we still go back to the weather factor. I'm tight in the house because it's probably too cold outside, and I have to start thinking about time, who is going to drive, police control. Even if I'm not driving, but the person driving, I'm already like, don't drink too much, you have to drive. I don't want police control. I'm thinking about the next day, you're thinking about work, you're always hurrying. The time factor, I'm always thinking about time here. The alarm clock life is so bad that even on the days when you're free, you wake up when your alarm clock rings on your working days. Back home, I don't really think of time factor that well. I will sleep, I will get up. I don't have so many deadlines to meet. Back home, I don't have a lot of appointments and deadlines to meet and all that. I mean, you just have that peace of not thinking about all these long appointments back home. I miss running after the bus. I miss my taxi. Honestly, I miss my taxi, and sometimes I miss my Okada really, because as bad as it is in traffic, I would take a bike. A bike is Okada, and I miss the taxi. But here, you have to check the bus when the bus is coming. But here you have to check the bus when the bus is coming, and sometimes you check the bus and the bus comes early, you miss the bus, you can cry. I'm talking like you know that type of tears that comes out inside, that it can give you chest pain. That's how painful it is to miss a bus, especially when you're hearing, or a metro. You can cry. The cheap manpower, the low cost of services, that's another point. In Cameroon, we have a lot of low cost of services. Getting a hairdresser, a nail technician, getting a cleaner, getting someone to do your laundry, a maid. All those services you need back home, they are really cheap. Like for example, getting a tailor. When I came here, I tried to get a tailor to do my blinds, and the tailor asked me for 100 euros. I was like, no, I did not say you should sew the blinds. I just said they were too long. I just want you to cut it. He said, yeah, 100 euros. I told the tailor I'm coming. So I went home and sewed the blinds myself because I could not pay him that money. He made me to buy my machine, did my DIY, and I looked at the blinds and this is just what I wanted. And I just missed that. A zip back home, to change my zip back home will probably cost me 500 francs to 1,000 francs CFA maximum. That's not up to 2 euros. But here, changing my zip, I'm talking about 10 euros to 20 euros, and that is it. And they'll give me an appointment. I will not just go there and drop the zip and they change it. No. But back home, I will just go to the tailor, drop the zip. Please, I have this appointment. I have this place I want to go to. They'll change that zip for me. Very cheap manpower, low cost, and I'm good to go. The last thing I miss about Cameroon may sound very funny to you right now. I know you'll be looking like, Sadie, are you serious? Like, how do you miss the market? I never knew this could ever happen to me. I never felt like I will miss the market someday, but I miss the market. Honestly, I miss Cameroonian market. Cameroonian markets are open air markets, or better still, I don't want to call it malls, but you walk through the market and you have different stores, you have hawkers, you have people who display their goods on the floor and the sale. I just miss that noise. When you arrive in the Cameroonian market, you have this noise. Hawkers are advertising their goods. If I'm selling granules, come buy a granule and things like that. I just miss it. And the fact that I can go to the market, I can bargain the price, negotiate the price with the sellers. I just feel I buy what I want. I have variety to choose from. But here I don't have variety. Once I go to the shop, if I want tomatoes, and that is what I find. If I want tomatoes, that is what I find. I either take it or I go to another shop. That will cost me more time. But when I go to a Cameroonian market, I have at least 10 women selling just tomatoes. I can choose which one is good for me, which price. I can bargain the price, and that is it. Also in the market, they give us what they call dash, extra. I miss just going to the market and they'll give me some extra. After I buy, the sellers will say, take, this is your dash. That's like a gift from the shop. And I also miss it. I miss having a personal shopper. Having a personal shopper back home, I know you'll be like, personal shopper, yeah. Those people that you call, you have this customer who brings in bags for you, handbags for you, clothes for you. You have this mommy that you call who has the best gari. She brings you bags of gari, your crayfish seller, your arrow seller. Those are your personal shoppers. I miss it because it makes shopping for me really easy. When I go to the market, or when my mom sends me to the market, I just go. I know I'm taking arrow from this woman, salt from this woman, crayfish from this woman. Those are basically our Cameroonian ingredients in the kitchen. And have these people that you know that, okay, I'm going to buy this from this person, and we have a negotiation on price, and it makes life really easy. I miss home so much. So this is the point where I tell you guys thanks for watching. And like I said before this video, this is a collab with other Cameroonian YouTubers. Please check out their channels and support us. Let us grow. Don't forget to like, click this notification bell, and subscribe, and check the description box for their channels, watch their videos, and let's build this Cameroon YouTube community together. Love you guys. Bye. See, and before you drink it, make sure it has this red residue that settles at the bottom. Before you drink it, make sure you get it like this. See, if you're Cameroonian, you understand. I cannot pretend. See, I cannot pretend. This one, this is the real me.
You do have it.